Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to highlight one of Rivian's little known competitive advantages, and that is its software. To do this, I'm going to go over comments made by Rivian's Senior VP of Software Development, Wasim Ben Said. Hopefully I said that name right, and highlight what management thinks is the advantages of developing and maintaining its own software rather than outsourcing this part of its business. So let's get right into it. So the senior VP of software development said the most obvious and customer facing aspect of their software is what customers see and experience through their vehicle, digital experience, their over the air updates, and the Rivian mobile app. So, this is a lot of touch points for a car company, right? You've got an app, you've got over the air updates, and you got the vehicle digital experience, the upfront console. So, this part of the customer facing experience could make or break the decision from customers to stay a Rivian customer or maybe switch brands the next time they choose to buy a car. So this experience could keep these customers loyal to Rivian because you get a good experience through the app, you get a good experience through your software, and it makes you trust the company that much more because you're engaging with it that much more often and it's working. And so you build trust with customers by having more touch point, more connection, more engagement. Also, so they most recently upgraded an integration of a better route planner, which they expect will meaningfully improve the customer's charging and routing experience. And I've been saying this often with EVs. The biggest sticking point is charging, right? It takes so long to charge your EV compared to charging your car at a gas station. I'm sorry, filling up gas at a gas station. And you know, customers have to, when they're thinking about making a long trip, they have to plan according to where there are charging stations and plan for that. Whereas if you're planning a long distance trip when you're in a ICE car, you don't really have to think about planning for gas stations. You just kind of fill up whenever you feel like is it's time to fill up. There's usually a gas station close by, but that's not the case with charging stations. So this is a critical need for EV customers, and it's notable that Rivian is intertwining this with the app, making it easier for customers to plan and know where there are charging stations, and so to be able to better plan their trips. They also plan to launch drone mode, which will provide an immersive camera experience powered by their computer vision and augmented reality technologies. This sounds cool, but I tried to think of situations where customers would value this, and I had a hard time coming up with it. Maybe if you know of situations that this would be valuable and useful, maybe let me know in the comments down below. I couldn't think of very many situations that this would be useful. Their unique capabilities for stem from the intentional decisions they made years ago when they decided to take a clean sheet approach to the software stack and electric hardware in the vehicle. What that means is that they own the software stack and control nearly every single computer in the vehicle. So that has its pros and cons. The pros are that Rivian can control the customer experience with this technology. The one of the cons is that this is expensive, a lot of upfront investment, and if you don't build scale, it can be very costly. But it also is an advantage in that if you build scale, right? If you go from right now, Rivian is planning to produce 52,000 vehicles in 2023. If that goes to like 500,000 in 2027 or 1 million by 2030, then you see the benefits of investing in your own system, because as you build more units, the cost per unit will decrease. And so you benefit from lower cost per unit, in the long run if you scale up. If you do not, however, there is the downside. So this is kind of a decision made by Rivian saying, you know what, we plan to be in this for the long haul, and so let's make the big investment up front so that we can save money down the line. And finally, I'll end the video with this final statement here, in that they designed their software stack to scale to multiple hardware architectures, allowing us to rapidly support 3 product variants with a high level of compute across R1T, R1S, and the electric delivery van. So again, this speaks to economies of scale here. If the software stack can go across 3 different products, then you take that investment and you can spread it across all of those models, and the cost per unit continues to decrease if it can continue increasing the number of units produced. Again, a big upfront investment, but that could decrease if you ramp up units and scale longer term. So this is a little known advantage for Rivian and Rivian stock, is that as it continues to ramp up and increase the number of units produced, it could benefit from economies in scale because it owns the software stack. It's not buying it from someone else, paying a licensing fee or anything like that, which will either stay the same or could also increase over time if the supplier chooses to raise the price. So this way, Rivian's in control. It gets that benefit of economies in scale, and it doesn't expose itself to the risk of suppliers raising prices as it gets bigger in terms of number of units produced. But that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.